Good day, everyone, and welcome back to this space. This is the G6 Lover, and I am Lover. And today we are discussing with difficulty comes ease. This film is currently streaming on Prime Video. It's premiered on Prime Video on the 1st of August, and it is written and directed by Korede Azeez and produced by Sherif Bakari. When I first saw the title of this movie, with difficulty comes ease, one thing that came to my mind is this title is very poetic, very unusual, and why so? I never bothered to find out. I just waited to watch and get to understand what really happened and how does ease come after difficulty. Upon watching, I got to a point where the Arabic recitation of this verse of like the Arabic recitation was recited, or I heard that while watching this film, and I could point out that yes, this is a Quranic verse, and I just had to find out it is Quran chapter 94 verse 6 from verse 5 to 6, and that's where this title was made from, and I find it very interesting. Like, oh, now and I realized that okay, this is the reason why we have such a poetic kind of title. This title is very unusual, and I kind of find it interesting that the movie synopsis. With difficulty comes ease follows Zainab, whose strength and grit are tested as she navigates the murky waters of lost traditions and new beginnings amid religious and cultural expectation. Zainab is a symbol of strength and resilience. She faces some of life's toughest challenges with grace and determination, showing us all the enduring power of hope and human spirit. This movie features Uzoamaka Aniunoh, Ummi Baba Ahmed, Richard, Abiba Tanko, Zok, and Mitchel Dede, among others. So we have a good number of actors on this film, but I would just really discuss the performances of a few know about them. And the very first person is the lead character, Uzoamaka Aniunoh. When I saw Uzoamaka in this film, I was like, yes, that is that girl. Uzoamaka is a Nollywood actress. I have been seeing her movies since I saw her. I think the very first movie I saw her in was MTV Shuga. I think that should be like 5 years ago. And one thing I can tell you for a fact is that Uzoamaka is one Nollywood actress that I can tell you that she has really showcased growth in the industry. She has been in different movies that have really showed her to be versatile or to be very different. And I think this one is the one that I have seen that she showed so much emotion, and it's like the most tragic. I think her performances in other movies that I have seen before now are not as tragic as this, and I think I really love what she did here. And another thing again is that Uzoamaka performance here, she was able to just tell that emotion. She was able to spell it out that this woman is grieving, this woman is mourning, this woman is going through a lot, and she has been in a whole lot of traumatic event and experiences. That scene where she had to take pictures when she had to model for the clothing brand she started all of that, I could say, like Uzoamaka she did it right. That's it. That's the word. She did it right. So I think the second person here is Richard. And one thing I need to tell you guys that when I started watching this film and I saw Richard, I saw Ummi Baba Ahmed, I saw Abiba Tanko Zok. I don't know why that name is so hard for me to pronounce. It all just reminds me of Beyond the Veil, because I'm like, why do we have so much Beyond the Veil cast here? But it's interesting and I love it. So for this guy, I was able to do so well. I've seen him in a good number of films, and yeah, he also just have a very phenomenal performance. I really love it. The next is Ummi Baba Ahmed. Ummi Baba Ahmed I think she is a good, and I don't want to just use the word phenomenal again, because I think I've used that to describe it to other persons, but that is just one thing that best describe her. Her performance here is quite interesting. She also kind of have the kind of trauma, the kind of situation she find herself, because she is also a mother to a grown-up child whom she just lost, and she cannot really help to deal with such loss and all of that. Hence, she is not really embracing daughter-in-law, why they have all of that differences. Also, there's also the cultural differences they have, and yes, the cultural differences which she see as a factor not to really bond well with her daughter-in-law. Also, the fact that she's also grieving. So this actress were able to really make us understand that this woman who is showcasing all of these attributes and character is also someone who is going through some kind of trauma. And of course, she's also going through a trauma that had make her to be very insensitive and not to really understand that she did not need to be a more body to another woman who is also going through. So she's also going something as much as she's going through. So I think that's a very interesting part for our performance. And I think the star of the show is what's her name? Uzoamaka, and also this other actress Ummi Baba Ahmed, because she really did great with her performance. The next person I'll be discussing is then Mitchel Dede. Mitchel Dede, the character, she played Nene in this film. And I can tell you that I so much detest this character because she's such a mean girl. I don't know how someone can be so insensitive and just keep on saying things that we just really hurt someone the more, especially a widow who is yet to really recover from the loss of her husband. I don't know why someone can be that wicked, but I think it is just her going through her pain and the fact that she has also kind of lost her sister to this family, which probably they do not want her to be part of, and all of that. So that's all I'm discussing for the performances, and that's all I'm discussing for the performances of the actors in this film. So the next thing I want to discuss is some themes that were explored in this film. I love the fact that this film really showcased the Islam religion, because I think most of the time, regardless of the fact that the Nigerian society in general have a good percent of Muslims, we've not really seen so much of Nollywood movies on streaming platforms that really make us understand beyond and make us understand the Islam religion beyond just what we can just probably get to see or get to know by chance. Like when we get to probably understand people's religion through movies, I think this is one of those movies that you can get to understand Islam religion or get to have insights about some Islamic term and probably Islamic concepts like the Janaza prayer, then also the Ida and all of that. Yeah, so it's a very interesting, and I really love the fact that probably this bridge when it comes to story and all of that is being that gap is being filled to an extent. I also think Beyond the Veil also did something similar to this, with us getting to have an understanding of the Islamic religion better than what we could have laid our hands on. So there's also the cultural differences, which has been an issue, which I think it was a very major issue for the character Zainab, and how she was able to kind of connect with mother-in-law. Communication was very bad and all of that. The cultural differences also play a very major role in this story. So we also have like love. I think love was a very interesting part because we could see and we could tell that Zainab so much love her husband, and that's really weighed on her. Then also how it is difficult for her to really push through and really get to make things work for herself and her unborn child after the death of her husband. This is an interesting film. I think I don't really kind of dwell so much into getting to see things that I do not like because I was so gleamed into how much of a good story it is. In as much as it's a very tragic story all through, it was so tragic that even the end of this film that turned out to be a good ending that should have made me feel happy. I was not even happy because all of that trauma and tragedy that have been displayed just overpower that happy ending for me. So it's an interesting watch, and if you are someone who wants to see what this film really discussed, I think you need to watch this. This is an interesting one, and I will not be doing it any reason yet, but it's an interesting one, and I will give it a thumbs up. Bye.